Hey guys, it's Carter. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Now in today's video, we are going to be talking about support and resistance and how pretty much I've used support and resistance for over 6 years for my swing trades to trade full time. We're going to be talking about examples and pretty much some stocks with some opportunities. So I hope you guys all enjoy it. If you guys do, hit that like button and subscribe. And if you guys want to learn how to find some of these stocks, I highly recommend going on and checking out my amazing school where you guys can learn how to find stocks like this, my swing trading strategies, and how I've been a full-time swing trader for 6 years. And code YouTube 20% off. So I'll see you in there. We have a group chat, private live streams, quizzes, lectures. It's absolutely fantastic. So let's jump into this here. So support and resistance, what is it? So support is where we just get tendency of getting buying pressure. So this is a recent stock here, ticker symbol RGLS. Now support, what is it? Well, support, like I said, it's where we get tendencies of getting buying pressure. So it could be a variety of different, points. It could be at a certain price. It could be at a moving average line. It could be at certain indicators. In this circumstance, it's kind of a combination of both, in my opinion. Now, you guys can see that near and around this $2.06 mark, we've seen a lot of tendencies of getting buying pressure there, right? It hits it once. We got buying pressure. Twice, buying pressure. So recently it hits it again here, near and around that $2.06 mark. On top of that, as we remove that line, you guys can see we also have this blue line. This blue line is what we call a moving average line. Moving average lines, they are trend indicators as well as support and resistance. So when the stock is actually above the lines, like it is up here, we can see tendencies of getting support here. So you guys can see it actually hits it a little move right there. It's just not a huge move. It went from, $1.50 to like $1.30 before we got buying pressure. But also when the stock falls below the lines, you guys can see it actually uses it as resistance. So you guys can see it gets sell off here. But let's see if it actually uses it as support. So you guys can see it breaks out above it, hits it as support, and we do get some buying pressure off them. Now, the thing about moving average lines in support is obviously there will be some times where it fails, right? Just with anything, just because there is heavy support there doesn't mean there always will be support there. It's just technical analysis. So just looking at the charting to determining if you should buy. So that is support. Now, resistance, on the other hand, is the exact same thing, but the opposite, right? It's where we get tendencies of getting, buying pressure or getting selling pressure, excuse me. So you guys can see near and around that $2.80 mark, it hits it several times and just has a hard time breaking above that line here. So if you're going to try to buy this stock, where would you want to buy it? Would you want to buy it up here? No, you'd want to buy it down here and try to sell it up here. So pretty much if that just say we hopped in near and around that $2.06 mark, we set our stop loss just below that line, because anytime you trade a position, you always need to have a stop loss and a plan in play before you trade it. So you set your stop loss below it. So you're risking $1 to make $4.32 a share. This is a very, very, very basic strategy you guys can use just by looking at moving average lines and support and resistance to determine if you should buy this stock. So let's talk about a recent swing trade that we actually took here. And this is on ticker symbol AMD. Now AMD here, the thing about this one is we did have this downward trend. So you guys can see that each and every time it hits that trend line, we just get selling pressure. So pretty much I understood that, as well as moving average lines. So you guys can see it hits these moving average lines, comes in, hit that, and it hits that trend line. And we get sell off. It comes up, hits that trend line, gets sell off. So we understood that. So what we did is we hopped in near and around that, the 200-day moving average line. We set our stop loss just below it. And then we set our target price all the way up here. So we risked $1 to make $2.25. This is a very, very basic strategy you guys can do, and we actually called this stock out, in our group here. So this is just an amazing strategy by using basic support, basic resistance to determine if you should buy or enter a trade. If you guys want to learn more about some of this stuff, highly recommend checking out my amazing school. We'll see you guys in there. Code YouTube 20% off, like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.